Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isle Zoo. It's been a couple weeks, boy hasn't it. I mean, if you've been watching the channel, you know it actually hasn't been a couple weeks, but it's been a couple weeks since I put out an actual episode. Reason behind that is because we've been doing some live streaming from the server, actually. Time restraints is another reason, but we've been doing some live streaming from the server. So, aside from getting a little bit of work done over there, off screen, off camera, we did a lot of stuff on stream, though. We did, well, we went animal hunting, for one. So we found some new animals because we've updated the mod pack. So if you are playing at home, there is an update to the mod pack. Make sure you change your update your version to the most current version in the Curse Forge launcher. But we also added a little cool something down here. All right, now we're gonna get to this. Okay, we gotta get the macaws in there. But we also added this back here. Okay, it looks like we also have a visitor down there. Look at that. He is part of the flamingo exhibit now forever. But we added this little inlet back here in the aviary right here, where we added one bird to this exhibit. One bird, and it's there. It's right in front of me, jeepers. There it is. Bam. We added one. We added the Poisphilus parrot, I think is how you call it. What do you call it? Yeah, we added that thing. We only had one of them, so we added one. We did that on stream, so we built this on stream. So if you didn't see that, there's the big old spoiler for you. That's what we did. Now, if you look on the mini-map, actually, this is getting kind of close to, like, the other interior parts of the things here, so we can't really expand southward from here, but we can actually expand out this way a little bit and add another exhibit here, another exhibit here. Decision-making time, I think we'll expand out this way, okay? Now, we found some other birds during that first live stream a couple weeks ago, and I have to add them. But before I get around to adding that bird, I don't know, I think the Hamerkop. We're gonna do the Hamerkop. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Did more things spawn in there? It's like a death trap down there. There's just a bunch of terrible enemies that are spawning in there. Why does it sound so horrible around here? All right, so we got to get the macaws put in there though. So I combed through the comments section and of the last video from a couple weeks ago, and I picked out several names. So let's go name some macaws. All right, now I have like 6 macaws. Okay, somewhere in all this mess. I have 6 macaws. I don't remember where. I just saw them a second ago. But there's like 3 more in here as backup, basically. Right here. There's 3 more right there. Okay, so I have a few macaws, but I'm only going to put 3 in there because it is not a huge exhibit, so I don't really want to smash them all in there. So I'm just going to grab 3 of them right here. If they have an unfortunate accident, well, we have some replacements. Okay, so the first macaw is going to be named... oh, there's a drone somewhere nearby. Captain Flint. All right, we're gonna name this one Captain Flint. Now, Captain Flint, according to Sidrus, and probably the rest of the world, I mean, in reality, it just is Long John Silver's parrot from Treasure Island. So thank you, Sidrus, for suggesting Captain Flint. For the second one, we're gonna name this one Blue. We're gonna name it Blue with, oh, there goes the anvil, from the movie Rio, which I have not actually seen because I am a horrible person. I'm just kidding. If you haven't seen Rio, you're not a horrible person. I just haven't gotten around to do it. There's a lot of, or to actually seeing it. There's a lot of movies actually that fall into that category. It turns out that when you have a YouTube channel and a bunch of children, you don't actually have a whole lot of time to watch movies. But I do want to get around to it eventually. But oh, I'm going the completely wrong thing. Still doing the wrong thing. But big shout out to both Star Nanny and Nikolai for suggesting Blue. And for the last one, big shout out to our very own Cinnamon on the server for suggesting Tiger. Yeah, we're gonna name one Tiger. Okay, so it totally was nighttime for a while, and there's things burning and stuff. Like there's a skeleton that's on fire. That was pretty cool. It's not dead yet. So, but there could absolutely be some terrible, horrible, evil things. So we're just gonna yeet out. Oh, there was something evil right there. I saw a creeper, and he was creeping right next to the entrance right there. Ooh, right next to my llamas, which are right in the path. I gotta do something with those llamas. All right, let's go get let's go get the macaws put in their exhibit. All right, any horrible things spawning with the flamingos? Doesn't really look like it, but there's still time. All right, let's just pop in here real quick. Now, I don't want these things to fly out of here, so perhaps we will use our balls to get out of here. But let's grab some macaws and bring them down. I don't see these things attacking me. So first we're gonna put in Captain Flint. Actually, well, hold on, that's gonna be Blue. That's gotta be Blue. That's this Blue macaw, so we're gonna name it Blue. There we go, Blue. All right, next, now this one's gonna be Captain Flint, all right? This one's gonna be so much better. Haha! Oh, that one's actually really cool. Somebody suggested, I think it was Captain Astral, suggested Rainbow. That would have been a great name for this one. But it's gonna be Captain Flint instead. All right, and then for the last one, we're gonna name this one Tiger. Tiger, welcome. Oh, this was also a nice, colorful one too. Good thing I named that one Blue. There you go, Tiger. Tiger has been added. Now, if I just, like, leave, are you guys going to be cool in here? Or do I have to use my balls to get out of here? I'm going to just try to leave. You guys just stay cool, okay? Cool. Oh, yeah, there you go. Cool. Okay, the macaws have been added. They're in their exhibit forever. Okay, they're going to stay here forever and ever and ever. They're going to be my best friends. All right, so let's get on over to this back area here where we're going to do the Hamerkop exhibit. All right, that's what I'm going for in today's episode. Now, I might have to dig this out a little bit. Luckily, I do have a haste beacon in the area, so that's no problem. Ah, there is gravel. That could be a problem. I just got to just dig this up here. Gravel. Actually, I say that, but in reality, I really like gravel. It just sucks when you're trying to dig out an area. I'm going to dig this back just a little bit, and then right here, we're going to put the Hamerkop exhibit. All right, got some stuff dug out here for you guys. Now, here's the little enclosure we're going to be doing. Got that all carved out. Got the area where the glass is going all ready to go now and outlined. Dug the tunnel back a little bit here, too. So, voila, got that finished. All right, now, the bird I want to be putting in here is the Hamerkop, all right? They're brown. I don't really know much about hammerkops. I gotta go do a little research. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Waterfowl. Whew. Didn't see that one. All right, so these guys are found in like the southern half of Africa, it looks like, but they're primarily found around like wetland areas and stuff. They eat frogs. I saw one picture of one eating a frog. They're closely related to like the pelican, but I think they're a lot smaller. I'm not an animal expert by any means, but yeah, waterfowl. Okay, I didn't really expect that. So wetland area would be a good thing to build here. Now I recall these guys being a little small, so I'm a little concerned about them like drowning. So maybe in the water areas we'll put like slabs down so that they don't drown in the water. We can even just use like stone slabs here. Okay, well okay. So that changes this completely. For some reason, I thought they were gonna be like in a plains or something like that over there, but yeah, that was wrong. All right, so we're gonna change this up a little bit then. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a shallow area here where it's gonna have a lot of marshy, water-filled areas actually, and then there'll be raised elevation on the left and right, and then maybe like a tree on the side here, or maybe some shrubs over here. Yeah. All right, so I gotta carve this down just a little bit. Okay, voila. Carved down in the middle like that. We got the raised elevation on the left and right, kind of like what I was just describing. Let's just kind of, this looks a little not right here, so let's just kind of bring this out like that. And then, okay, yeah, same problem going on over here too, so let's just bring this right across here. Something like that maybe. That might look a little bit better. Yeah, okay, that's better. All right, so let's yeet that back into the ground blocks here. Speaking of ground blocks, I don't know why that, I don't know why this coarse dirt is there, because it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be in the bat backpack. But let's open up the bat backpack, because we gotta work on the blocks that are gonna be here on the ground. So coarse dirt is a given. We're definitely gonna be using that. Mud would probably be a good idea as well. And probably some podzol wouldn't be a bad idea. And is that about it? That might be about it. Gravel if we got it. Yeah, right here. Okay, it should be fine. Let's get some of this mossy stone too. I'm thinking, and some cobble slabs. Okay, there we go. We can probably do some damage with this. All right, so I'm going to sprinkle in some coarse dirt to begin with. Okay, coarse dirt added. I think that's probably enough of that. Let's go ahead and add some of the mud, especially down here in the lower area where it'd be kind of more along the wetlands area, kind of. You know, we're going to be putting a lot of puddles in here and kind of making this look a little bit more like a bog, actually. Okay, that's probably good enough for the mud, but I'm going to keep this in my inventory because I might have to add some of that a little bit later. Okay, so let's get some podzol mixed in here. This is going to be on the higher ground a little bit more. We're going to sprinkle this in pretty heavily, actually. I think it looks pretty good. Another block that I might keep hold of, though. All right, so now the occasional rare piece of gravel I got to drop in here now, too. Good enough. All right, I think that's pretty good. Now, let's, we got these moss stones here also, these mossy stones and this cobble stuff here. I wouldn't mind actually kind of putting some of this down here in the, like, the boggy area, kind of just to kind of add a little bit of texture change to it, you know, especially like if we actually sink some of this mossy stone into the ground like that. Just kind of really give it the cell. Plus, I mean, it kind of almost looks like ruins a little bit. Kind of, not really. Just kind of look like river stones more than anything. But I think that kind of adds a nice little touch. Maybe even like one more stuck on the side right there. Yeah, all right, I think that looks pretty good. That's probably good enough for those blocks too. I don't really want to overdo it. Let's just eat those away for right now. I'm going to keep the slabs though because I might have to decorate up the ceiling here a little bit more. Okay, now, as far as foliage, I think we're, well, I gotta put water in here still, but as far as foliage, let's talk trees. Let's talk trees for a second, and let's actually talk bat backpack real quick so I can yeet some stuff back in there just to get it out of our inventory. Trees, though, we're gonna need wood. We're gonna need wood. So, dark oak wood, I don't have a whole lot of it, but it might actually work really good in here, especially if we're dealing with like kind of like a waterlog looking thing. And then, what planks? I guess oak planks might work fine for this. All right, let's try to create like a kind of a scraggly looking tree here, something that might be seen in kind of like a wetland area.
Then check this out.
Boy, it's not impressive. Certainly isn't impressive, but I think that'll do. I think that'll do. All right, let's grab some spruce leaves because I think they're gonna look good as well as some of these brown birch leaves here. Let's see if we can't. Here, let's just get up here first and see if we can't do a little bit of placement here to get something. Looks like kind of like almost like a dying willow, a small version of like a dying willow, maybe kind of looking thing, like have it drooping down, you know. And then maybe like at the end here we'll add like something like that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's looking fairly right. Okay, let's add like the roots kind of into this thing here, so that it kind of looks better. I'm not really a huge fan of it yet, but maybe it'll grow on me in a little bit here. That's not where I want that. Let's get the roots put in place here, and then maybe it'll just all of a sudden pop. Yeah, I think it'll actually probably look better once I get the rest of the exhibit in, but that is kind of dark up there, and it's a good spot to hide some lighting, and I got to get rid of these torches eventually anyway, so let's grab the glowstone here, and maybe behind the tree here actually would probably be the better spot, because you can't really see it from there. Let's put one more up. Oops, I knocked out 2 blocks because my pickaxe is just too powerful. Put that there. How does that look from over here? Can you see that? You definitely can. You certainly can. All right, let's maybe I should put it up there one more, like that. So, can you see that? Yeah, less. You can still see the brightness back there, but it's less. It's not the giant bright glow. All right, let's knock out these torches, and then we'll start talking about where the leaves can go, because we're gonna need to hide some lighting in here again. So yeah, it's just that back corner that's lit up now. So back there definitely needs some bushes. So maybe we'll stick with the brown leaves. You guys probably can't see anything. Let me get the lighting in first. Better. Yeah, you guys can probably see that a little bit better on YouTube there. So it's lit up there. Up front here definitely needs to be one as well, because it's pretty dark here. So let's put one right back here. Actually, let's tuck it back here. That way you can't see it from the front, but it should look pretty cool here anyway. Yes, much better. Good, like that. Okay, and then that's pretty much well lit already, except for maybe another one kind of like in this corner would probably be a good idea. There we go. We got ourselves a lit up exhibit. Sweet. Awesome. All right, now I don't really know if I need too many more leaves than that. I do kind of want to like sprinkle them in occasionally, just kind of individual leaves, because I think that's going to look really cool with it looking kind of overgrown and boggy. We're going for a wetland, actually, area, an African wetland of all things, which, you know, for me, not having not been there ever in my life, I wouldn't think it would be that many wetlands, but I suppose if you're dealing with like near rivers and stuff, it's absolutely possible. So it's a big continent after all. It is a little dark in the center area there too, but I could actually hide one more piece of glowstone back here. There we go. That works. A little brighter now in the center. All right, let me do some inventory management here. I gotta get some wiggle room in my inventory. I gotta be able to move my blocks. Okay, before I move on, I'm just gonna quickly pretty up the top part of this cave a little bit so that it looks a little bit more custom than what it is, because this kind of looks too boring and too Minecrafty. So let's just get up there and add a couple of cobble slabs to the ceiling here. All right, see, I think that just looks a lot better. Okay, I think we're done with the cobble slabs now, so we can probably throw those back into the ground backpack. Let's pull out the plants backpack real quick. Now, I do need to get around to putting the water in here as well, but let's talk about things that you'd find. One, Johnson's grass. It's going in here somewhere. It fits in every exhibit. Cattails, you know it. They're coming in too. Reed's probably a good idea as well. I did collect some more of these things while I was in a swamp recently, so that's a plus. Lily pads probably going to be added in here as well. I need to get more of those things for sure. Desert grass, dead grass would make more sense, but desert grass is going in simply because I don't have a lot of dead grass. Sprouts is going in every exhibit because I have a whole bunch of it, and this wilted grass is also probably going to go in here too. So we got a lot to work with here. Now I need to get some water, so let's go into the backpack here and grab ourselves a couple of buckets of water. And I'm going to just quickly refill my water supply. So just infinite water source here real quick. Okay, now where are we going to put these little bits of water? So let's just put one like right here, okay? And then we're going to put one right here. Ooh, that's, yeah, maybe not. That's kind of showing off the glowstone a little too much. Maybe back a little bit. Yeah, back a little bit right there next to all the mud. That would make more sense anyway. And maybe one more like right here. Yeah, that might work. That might work. All right, so we need to make a, I need a empty crafting grid here. I got all these crafting tables on them. Let me actually use them. We need to make some of those guys, all right? Because I don't want, I would like to put like mud. Is there like mud slabs in this thing? Is that like a thing? Slab. Wow, there's a bunch of them. Is there something that kind of looks like dirt or mud? I mean, the cracked mesa kind of does. And I don't really know if these are going to interact very well with like the waterlogging, if they all waterlog like normal vanilla stuff does. I don't really know. Okay. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to use the stone. We're just going to use the stone. We're going to plop that down there on the bottom of these things. This is just to prevent the birds from actually like sinking down too low and drowning. And then we're going to take some water and we're going to bloop, fill that up. And bloop, fill that one up. And I need to get some more water. And then there's one more back here. Bloop, fill that up. Now, I could cover some of that with a lily pad, which wouldn't be a bad idea. I think I'm going to do that for at least one, but I don't really want to do it to all of them. All right, but we do have, not Johnson grass, reeds and cattails here that we can sprinkle in here as well. So, put one right there with a reed next to it too. I think that would look pretty cool. I can't really put it on there. We might have to grab one of these things and replace it with just grass, just so I can plant something back here, like that. Good. All right, it's starting to look like a wetland, at least in my opinion. My humble opinion, this is starting to look good. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. All right, I think, like, I wouldn't mind getting one more right here. Here, actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little trickaroo, okay? We're gonna do that, and then we're going to grab a bucket of water, like that, and then we're gonna put it right back here, okay? And then we're gonna replace this, and then we're going to put a reed right there. Yeah! So it's only got one living cattail in here, which is a little weird, but that's fine. That's fine. It basically looks like things are too watery down here. It's too much water. Some of the plants have seemingly died off. That's why they look like reeds now. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, Johnson's grass, you're going in here. You're going in here somewhere. That's a perfect place for you, buddy. Probably even squeeze one more of you in here, too, like right there, underneath the tree. Yeah. All right, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's put the buckets back, because I didn't mean to do that, because I don't really need them. And let's clean up my inventory just a wee bit here, just so I have some more wiggle room in there. All right, good enough. I'll just eat those into there for right now. All right, so what other plants did I grab? Oh, one other plant that I wouldn't mind grabbing, and it would absolutely make sense, is toadstools, okay? So we're going to put those, like, right there, and maybe another one right there, and possibly one probably down there, and that's probably good enough. Yeah. All right, and then what else? We can fit some more stuff in here. Where's the... Do I have any, dead bushes here? We're going to sprinkle one or two of these things in here, too, just because it makes it look really over-watered, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Like, some plants have died off because there's too much hydration. Desert grass, we're going to want that sprouts, you know it, and the wilted grass for sure. All right, so desert grass can go on, I think, gravel even, so that's a good thing. Give it a little extra color to the thing there. Kind of sprinkle this in all over the place, periodically on stuff. And then we're going to switch over to the wilted grass next here. Okay, a lot of wilted grass put in, so let's go ahead and sprinkle in a couple of the sprouts. Now, these plants are obviously thriving, so that's why they're called sprouts. But once these things are in, I don't think there's anything else for me to do with this exhibit, really, because I could put bone meal in for the grass. I could also put some path blocks in there. The path blocks probably wouldn't look that bad. Won't look that bad. I mean, I don't want to overdo it though, but I could probably like whoop, drop 1 or 2 in here somewhere because the brown color that it leaves behind actually looks pretty good. I just got to find places where I haven't, whoop, like where I haven't put anything down. So like that even would work. Yep. I don't want to overdo it too much because, like I said, this isn't. They wouldn't be matting down the grass too much. So just a couple pieces like that might be good enough. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Good enough. Now, I could also sprinkle in just a hair. These heat rocks, I think, look really cool. So, better than even... I can even throw in a pebble or two as well. So, let's just kind of, like, slap one down, like, right here. There's a heat rock right there. And then we'll put some, like, vanilla pebbles in here as well. Just like so. One back here, too. Perfect. And then this other heat rock we'll slap somewhere down, like, right here. Okay? I'm flying for some reason. Alright, there we go. It looks kind of like a wetland, doesn't it? I think so. I just got to add the glass. Okay, glass is in. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty snazzy. I do have to jazz this up a little bit, though, just because this isn't quite right. Let's go ahead and bring this over just a wee bit. And maybe right there. Make that look a little bit more custom. Not too bad. Not too shabby. All right. I kind of like it. Sweet. All right, Hamerkop exhibit. What do you guys think? Yay, nay, kind of, sort of? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I want to know these things. Throw it in the comment section. Now, I do have several of these things, but I think I'm going to put like two. I'm going to put like 2. So if you guys could, go down into the comment section and leave your best Hamerkop name. I think I'm saying that right. I think I might have been mispronouncing the bird's name the entire time. But hey, if you could put your best Hamerkop name down in the comment section, I'd really appreciate it. We're going to throw 2 of them in here. So leave them down in the comment section and let me know how you think this exhibit turned out also. I really want to know these things. But alright, you guys, it's Friday. You made it here. We're here. We're done. Hopefully, you guys... I'm going to wrap things up, just in case you guys are wondering. Hopefully, you guys have yourself a wonderful weekend planned ahead of you, and you do go on to have a wonderful weekend. And thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode of ZAWA. Ignore me with my fart bubbles. I'm in range of a beacon. So... I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and bye-bye.